All right, you playing the video first?
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome to the first Vocal Plane podcast with Sean and Rooster.
Look at that guy. That's a cool little intro, hey?
It is. I like
I'm
it.
gonna do up a couple of those.
Except I really hate that the camera adds 20 pounds. Isn't that what they say?
That was before you groomed your beard, Kurt. Now
That's right. Surprised it isn't waving in behind me like this.
70-kilometer-hour gusts that day. Jesus Christ.
God, it was brutal. But it was a great wind reading opportunity. That's for sure.
No kidding.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the first Focal Plane podcast, episode 32. We're glad you decided to join us. We're proudly brought to you tonight, as always, by EM Precision Rifles in Leduc, Alberta, Canada's premier precision builder of lightweight hunting rifles, starter packages, and king of 2-mile competitors. EM Precision has the right stuff to get you running with surgical precision. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and their website at emprifles.ca.
You bet. Hey, you king of 2 miles competitors. You added that. That's a nice little addition. Good job, buddy.
I like that, hey?
Well, you know what else I like? Coffee.
What's that? Ooh.
And I like coffee that's branded for shooters by Canadians, like Bolt Action Coffee, who they bring you exclusive award-winning specialty coffees to the precision shooting community, boasting specialty coffee cupping scores of 85.5 or higher. Bolt Action Coffee Roast will get your morning started right and keep you on target all day long. Choose between Scopes Up, Overwatch, and Suppressed. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and their website at boltactioncoffee.com and use code FIRSTFOCALPLANE in all caps to get 10% off your order. And by doing so, you help the show very small or very minutely, but you still do. So
Still do.
You bet. And they also have flags and stickers and shit. So they got some cool stuff like flags, kind of like what you got behind you there, Kurt, but not, I think they're more transparent, but still.
Yeah, they're lighter material. That's actual, what do you say, banner material, heavy stuff. So, yeah, they just came out with that, hey?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like how they're branching out and getting into more of the apparel stuff.
You betcha.
Yeah.
All right, our final ad read, I guess, for Call Sign 66, which is a veterans-based organization founded to facilitate multi-generational passage of information, ballistics applications R&D, and shooter development. Within Call Sign 66, the passage of information is omnidirectional. Our organizational philosophy is such that we all have something to offer and that there is always room for improvement. We as a community are our own best asset for learning. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and their website at callsign66.ca.
You bet. And they're starting to pre-book classes, COVID allowing, but
yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Check out their website and go to classes. They got fundamentals classes, they got wind reading classes, they got advanced fundamentals, I believe. Yeah, check them out. Tell them we sent you.
Coming to Rooster's Rifle Ranch again this year.
You bet. In August, right?
No, 24th and 25th of July, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into who the hell are we for those of you who don't know. My name is Sean. I'm a father of one ag equipment specialist here in Regina, and I like all things that go boom, guns and bombs and shit like that. As
do I. Not so much the bombs, I suppose, but
my father was exposed to disposal, so
it's true. You're born with some of that smoke in your blood.
Yeah, believer. Every man is a pyro inside.
That's
right. I'm Rooster. I'm just the bearded long range guy.
Just you know how much work goes into that alone? The beard and long range?
I have a bit of an idea. Yeah.
There's a reason there's flecks of gray in the
beard. These are extensions, actually. I just haven't put any other day. I'm just glad they're not plugs.
Yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we are joined by a couple of very special guests, some local Regina boys that branched out and started their own business. So why don't we start with you, Phil? Who the hell are you?
So my name is Phil Maxinger. Yeah, like you said, local to Regina. I'm one of, I guess, 4 design engineers at Guard Dog Foam Inserts. So for a day job, I make custom foam and kind of get people outfitted with whatever they need. In my personal time, just kind of big into hunting and fishing and kind of that whole avenue.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I'm Braden Schutte. I work alongside Phil at Guard Dog Inserts. I'm like your one of your main design and cut guys. So that's what I do on my day-to-day at work. Outside of work, I really enjoy the outdoors, fishing. I myself, not a huge hunter, but anything to do with, I don't know, sleds, cars, stuff like that. That's what gets me going.
Other manly stuff.
I was just going to say, if it's got tip tires or whatever, you're going to
That's right. That's right. Good
Right
deal.
on. Well, glad you guys can join us. And, you know, I reached out to you guys because on recommendation from Shane Monster at EM Precision, because you guys did some custom ammo cases for him. And I'm like, those are fucking cool. That looks so awesome. And I started going, I didn't know you, I didn't even know you guys were from Regina at the time. And I go on your website and I'm looking and I'm like, you got some pretty neat for all it is, you know, cut foam and custom foam, but it's fucking cool. And, you know, so how did you guys get started in Guard Dog? And, you know, tell us the story there.
It's definitely a niche market for sure. I guess so. Like our parent company, we do ag assembly, so we were losing a lot of tools and stuff like that out in the field, and you know, have like 4 crews work out of 1 truck, just kind of in a rotation and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff was going missing. So we wanted to kind of implement kind of some like lean and 5S solutions, and just kind of let's minimize the lost tools and the wasted money. So we started down that avenue about a year ago, and then what ended up happening was we set up the whole infrastructure, the foam, the cutting machine, laser etching machine, and it just bowed itself really well to like custom gun inserts, ammo inserts. A lot of guys have like mobile toolboxes, like the bicycle guys and stuff like that. So we've just been like branching out as much as we can into just every avenue, but there's definitely a huge interest in the gun world, and like I use it personally myself, and love to extend that forward to everybody else.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Sorry, Braden, go on.
Oh, I was just going to say a lot of it kind of stemmed from our boss, Mike. He's a pretty particular guy, and like Phil was saying, we were like losing tools and stuff like that. He's not all about that, and he likes everything neat and tidy. Me, Phil, and Ty, and our other colleague Steve, we're kind of all, as engineers, we kind of function the same way. So an idea.
Hold that again.
Yeah. I'm in construction. I'm shutting up for now.
So yeah, one thing led to another, and we've, like Phil said, we found ourselves cutting. Mainly started with tools, and then branched off into some guns, and then more so into the bicycle world. Everything, like, it's just a big snowball effect from the beginning.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your guys' main bread and butter in terms of your business? Is it guns, or is it tools, or is it a mixture of all of it, or what? Like,
What would it be? I guess like the EDC community as a whole would be a huge one. So
Yeah, knives and guns.
Yeah, knives and guns, and just kind of anybody who really has like a lot of care, and like the guys that are really selecting certain items to purchase for a specific reason. And then those aren't the guys that just have one. They'll have 10 to 20. I'm sure you guys have 10 to 20 of your own niche things. like we all do. So just kind of following that avenue.
Oh, nice. Well, and you guys have had some pretty high profile clients, if you don't mind me digging into that. You just got a deal going on right now. If you want to, do you want to talk about that or?
Yeah, for sure. So, like in the last couple of weeks here, we've been working on a project for Dana White. He's getting a Volquartsen firearm from the Volquartsen themselves, kind of a little custom. So they'd reached out to us and said, "Hey, like the typical case isn't quite doing it justice. Let's spruce it up a bit." So in the coming days after he gets it, we'll post some a little bit on Instagram and stuff about it. But yeah, so
that's cool. That's got to feel good when a custom shop like Volquartsen, reaches out to you guys, because they make some high quality shit. I don't know if you guys are aware, but
it's beautiful what they do. They have a lot of cool patterns and a lot of cool like laser etching, and then just the components themselves are just beautiful.
Oh yeah, well, and if you want to go fast, while you're shooting 22s, Volquartsen's kind of not kind of, they are the be all end all, right?
They are the name for sure.
Absolutely.
So how does that work for design for you guys? Like, what do you need from a client to get his foam inserts right, the way he wants it and the sizes right and all that kind of stuff? I'm thinking about Volquartsen, so I'm assuming you don't have one on hand.
Yeah.
What do you need from them? I'm sure a simple picture won't do.
We prefer we try to get as good of a picture as we can from directly above the image, and then usually a simple measurement. If it's clear, lots of people send pictures of the tape measure. We don't really like that. We like to see the actual measurement itself, just because we've had issues, like especially with rifles too. There's lots of skew in the photo. Any iPhone that takes a picture is going to have a bit of convex in the lens, so it will stretch or make that like a portion of that gun shorter. So we try and do the best we can off of pictures and measurements, but sometimes it's not always everything that we need. Sometimes we end up recutting or modifying slightly a design afterwards.
But you don't go as far to have people, ship you their rifles and stuff, or do you? Oh, okay.
No, if someone's local, it's nice to have it there. You can take all the pictures. Like, we'll take the pictures ourselves, everything that we need, and we'll take the measurements. It's just nice to have that peace of mind, because it's hard to rely on customers to give you what you want every time.
Yeah, especially when they're always right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So you need like just one or two measurements sort of thing, and then you can scale it from there. Is that it?
Yeah, like if we have a decent picture from up above and a decent length, like an overall length measurement,
right,
and then just a depth measurement so we know how deep to put it into the foam, that's typically all we need to do a good insert.
So when you do a good, so say you got the measurements, you know what case it's going into. How do you guys model that? Do you have a certain software you use, or is it a proprietary software? Or, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. So we're in the process of developing an app that whatever, we can take a picture of it, and it will take a picture of a gun and it'll automatically trace it. If the picture's not high quality enough, you can kind of trace it by hand. So we use that in addition with AutoCAD to kind of fix up the images, little imperfections and stuff like that.
I was going to say, being engineers, do you use like BIM or like a 3D modeling software that isn't AutoCAD? Because I know it's a bit of a pain in the dick sometimes, but
yeah, we definitely we'll use AutoCAD to the best of our ability, and then we'll put it into the software that just allows the CNC router to cut the foam for us. But yeah, as Bray was saying there, we're in the works on building an app so that either of you guys could go online, take a picture, and design the foam yourself, and then it sends a cut ready file to us. And it's just really adding that custom and the guys who shoot long range or who have, multiple firearms that they care about, those are the guys that want custom inserts, and they will take the time to design it themselves and stuff. Just have to make a user-friendly app for it. So.
Well, and not to shit on some OEM solutions, but that pick and pull foam. Oh, I hate that.
Oh
shit.
God,
It's the worst.
We call that stuff the pool noodles.
Yeah, no doubt. So you talked about CNC routers. Thomas has a question here. Do you use hot wire? Your methods, I guess.
We've played around with the idea of hot wire a little bit, just because that's how they would cut the foam or whatever in the factory.
Mm-hmm.
So we've toyed around with the idea of doing some hot wire cutting just to do like our chamfered edges and stuff like that. But we've found other solutions that are faster and easier in our minds, I guess.
Well, especially if you can take no offense to the customers who are struggling, but if you can take the bullshit out of it, and if they send you a file, all you got to do is manufacture it, send it their way. That would cut down your time and kind of expand those margins a bit and help you guys kind of grow, right? So
yeah,
100%.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what have been like some, you guys do just the standard, rifle cases too, but what's sort of the weirdest sort of foam you guys have built for a customer? Is there something that stands out?
Please don't say adult novelty toys.
or please do. That would be hilarious.
Not yet. We haven't come across that yet.
We
I don't
we
know.
have an ongoing bet. It's gonna come along at some point that we'll have to do some novelty toy, and we're gonna do it because we'll chase money. But,
Gold member.
Yeah.
Really wants to protect those anal beads, yeah.
Project
Yeah, no.
H.
Yeah, what would you say is the weirdest? I don't know.
There's some things that like honestly just skirt on legality, to be honest. Like a guitar case with a shotgun and a couple Glocks. That would probably
That
push
was pretty wild. Yeah.
limits on it's super cool, but it's kind of like you get into some weird territory with moves like that. But we did it, and it was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Nice. And you guys, like you said, you're just not Canada. Do you guys ship worldwide, or what's the deal there?
Oh, 100%. We've shipped to like lots of stuff down south, and then UK and Germany and France, and there's it's worldwide.
Yeah, we've had a couple customers reach out to us from weird locations.
Yeah.
But
We
it's
have a
awesome.
really good customer of ours. He's in Seoul.
Korea, yeah.
South Korea.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Well, that's gotta feel good that you guys, you are getting the reach, and you are, what's the stepbrothers prestige worldwide kind of thing. That's good, and that's good to see. With me being a local Regina guy, it's good to see you guys with success, and I don't know, that's fucking cool to me. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Well, to you, Sean, for sure, being local, like anytime you want, you'll come down and we'll show you around and stuff. I mean,
definitely. We'll come in. I'll bring I got a fancy little gimbal. I can come by and take
exclusives. Yeah.
Without giving away too much proprietary info.
We'll make sure the viewers know it's not your other toys.
Thanks, Phil. Appreciate it, buddy.
Anyway,
you did talk about the CNC router aspect. What goes into making the foam? Like right down to the biggest minutia. Biggest minutia? That's an oxymoron. The minutia of the process, if you don't let me ask.
So I guess so we bring in the foam from a company in the States, and then the big thing for us is it's one solid block of foam. We always try to work with the biggest, like if it's a 4-inch deep case, we try to do it as one block. Most of the time, like customers and stuff, they found that like the pick and pluck or other solutions, there's always like glued together layers or stuff like that. it always tears out. It gets speed wag. It doesn't last. It's not a long-term solution. So right off the hop, we wanted a solid block of foam as whenever possible. So kind of going with a solid block of foam, it rules out any kind of like a laser machine, which would completely cut through the foam. So we got to turn to a CNC router, and then that lets us allow each pocket to be a different depth, a different size, all of that. We have full control over that kind of stuff. So when we're designing a file, we'll get your length, width, and depth of each pocket, and then put it into the machine. And just depending on the tooling and stuff, it'll do its process, and then it makes its way into a case, and that's pretty well it.
Yeah, and if you're talking like minute details, it would be things like your tool pathing, direction, and the order you tool path in. Say if someone wants a really thin wall between two pockets, they need to be tool pathed in a certain way so that it won't rip that pocket out, because the bit is spinning at a pretty high velocity. So when it comes around a corner, it'll like essentially suck the wall in and rip it out. So little things like that. I don't know, like Phil was saying, depending on the pocket size, it depends on, or your tooling depends on that, how deep you can go with certain tools. Even like when you're cutting through the foam, it wants to move after you're done cutting it because that bit is also pulling it. So you have to deal with stuff like that. Keeping your bits clean, sharp, all that fun stuff. So
you just added, sharp. Does foam do a number on bits, or would you be surprised, or what?
I don't know. We've been running a specific bit. I won't share the details on that, but we had ones in the past that did wear down. Certain bits that were recommended for foam cutting, they seem to become dull after like a month of use. Okay. And when they become dull, you just don't get a nice crisp, like clean wall finish on your pockets. And that's, I don't know, that's something we pride ourselves on, is being the upper tier product that, I don't know, like it looks good and it feels good.
Yeah. There's got to be a limit to like the what do I want to say, the softness of the foam that you cut. I imagine.
It changes how you cut quite a bit. Just in the early stages, we played around with different types of foam and different densities and stuff like that to kind of find where our gold spot was, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So you've got laminated inserts, for lack of a better description, I guess, two different types, or two different colors, and that of different layers. Do you guys buy that stuff separately, glue them together, and then cut them, or how does that work for you guys?
No, it's pre-laminated at the factory we purchase it from. So essentially, it does come as two different. They call them buns, and then they'll be skived into they'll be skived into their thicknesses, and then it's called heat laminated together.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
that's easy.
Yeah, it's easy, but it's a bitch sometimes.
Yeah, you say that, Kurt. I can do this shit.
It's easy when I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Like and it looks phenomenal. Like,
stuff.
There's no burrs, there's no fluff to it, if you will. Like you said, it's very clean, very crisp. Yeah, it's cool. And you guys just aren't foam inserts. You do full solutions like cases and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly. So with just starting up the whole foam thing, a lot of guys were asking questions about cases, and honestly, it was a lot of like handgun guys and a lot of like rifle guys, and like myself included. I've never liked the cases that I keep my guns in. Whether it's a soft shell shotgun case, or whether it's a final case for $30, it only takes you so far. I don't trust it in the box of my truck. on a good day, let alone like -30 November day.
Antelope across the plains.
Yeah, it is. So we started reaching out a little bit. So there's this company called Nanook. They're based out of Montreal.
Dan Demers. That guy's a beauty. I love Dan. Can barely speak like English, but somehow you understand everything. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, go on. Sorry.
So it's a Canadian company, and just kind of going with a few of our principles as a company. It's great to be able to support another Canadian company. So we became a distributor for Nanook. We flew out to Montreal and toured the facility and met all the guys and stuff. It was good. So we brought them on. Reason being, like, everybody knows what a Pelican case is. The Nanook is basically it's the exact same thing, exact same ratings, just Canadian made. So
and very minute changes comparative to like latches and that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nanook has their own little spin on it, and a lot of guys prefer it. It's
exactly.
Cool.
So we brought them on, and I've loved it. Like I keep both my shotguns in there for like a goose hunt or even an upland hunt, and I can throw in the box of the truck. And with the foam comboed with the case, I believe in it wholeheartedly.
Nice. No, and yeah, Dan's a great guy. It's good that you guys partnered local, which is good. Keep everything within Canada. And I'm adding something. I'm going to overlay something here, which is hilarious because I want to get this for my father-in-law, the hot tub barge.
Oh yeah.
Here, let me see if I can get that. Anyway, I'll put it
up there. Yeah, it's good.
So when you guys kind of talked about how you started this, but like what made you branch off on your own to do this? Like, were you guys just like, hey, I'm sick of working for the man, or what?
I'd say that it's such a niche market, and it's the niche markets that really like almost carry themselves. It's just that dedicated community. Anybody in precision rifle world knows like it's a deep dive of money and a deep dive of it's a passion. You don't do it for the savings or anything like that.
No.
That being said, there's no real solutions for custom foam in Canada, and the other thing was no companies out of the States would look at anything unless it was like a minimum order of like 10 or 100.
Yeah.
So we decided there's enough of a market here that we can offer a product at a price point and just that whole value added system to guys that just don't really have a solution right now.
Well, and you're right. It definitely fills a niche market, but you guys picked a hell of a fucking market because you get guys like us that are very finicky about, well, for me, it's all about like Kurt did a bunch of load development for me for this guy, for this 6.5 Creedmoor, and I'm trying to protect these in some sort of aspect. And you did a custom. I can't remember the model of the Nanook case that you did those are Pelican vaults.
They're Pelican, yeah.
For Shane Monster at EM Precision, but little things like that you wouldn't find anywhere else. And like you said, you can go on Amazon and buy a pluck and pull whatever for $300 insert for your case, but it's not going to fill your needs. Whereas you can take that money and you can buy, I'm just looking at some of the pricing. I don't want to be out to lunch, but at least one custom insert for at least that much money or a little less. And then it's going to fulfill every aspect that you desire. Right. So,
yeah.
And also when you have products, here we go. Scott, Kurt, we got a question from Scott.
Sure. Scott says, what kind of cost would a guy be looking at for, let's say, a big Pelican 1770 case, roughly, he says. Also, well, we'll let you answer that one first, I suppose.
It's like we look at each case and kind of look at the work behind it, but more than that, it's just if we have a good customer to work with, it's going to be fairly easy, so we can offer it at a really good price. A Pelican 1770 is a pretty large, I believe it's a double rifle case.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you got it pulled up already. It's gonna be $350 Canadian probably for that case for the phone.
Yeah.
But still, comparing that to a plug and pull on Amazon, like that's it's no question.
I can't believe those pluck and pulls are that much.
Well,
that's kind of why we did what we're doing. It's like we're trying to offer an upper tier product, if you will, for a little bit more than what you'd spend on something like that is going to wear out and be useless and
no kidding,
like no time at all.
Yeah.
So and then that goes along. Sorry, I was just going to say that goes along with the cases as well. I don't know. Me and Phil both own a couple of our own Nanook cases, and I think I speak for us both when I say we love them, and they serve their purpose. So we've actually dropped some eggs in one in one of our inserts from like 20 feet up, and they all survived.
No way.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
Good. Scott also says, could a guy edit it afterwards for other accessories? Let's say you want to add some mag cutouts or a spotting scope, etc.
There is potential. Like a local guy, it's easier for, of course.
Sure.
Just the shipping logistics of it. But wherever possible, if a customer does want kind of more of a modular case, we'll do our best to either break that case up into multiple different components, and then you can swap stuff out as needed. It's really just finding the customer's requests and like really finding out what they want out of it, and then pushing for completing all of those checkpoints.
Right.
For stuff like that too, you can there is other things we can do. Like right now we're working on a rifle case for another guy that works for our sister company, and he wants to basically be able to swap out a bunch of different rifles into the one, and they all kind of have the same generic shape. But what we'll do for something like that is make a more general shape, and then maybe add in some smaller pieces that you can kind of tuck in, or maybe even like Velcro, something like that, into position. And depending on which gun you want to put in there, it'll work for either of them. So there is ways around that as well.
That's got to be a challenge. Holy man.
Yeah. It's great on paper when you say I'll do a one-off and like I'll serve every customer as they need. It definitely comes with its challenges, and it's just kind of we enjoy what we do, and we've made just so many connections through this that we just try to keep it fun, to be honest.
Yeah. Nice.
And we enjoy
that's the thing, right? If you don't love what you do, why are you doing it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just curl up.
You guys aren't old enough to discover that. You do what you do because you have to.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be kind of fun when you get an order for something like this. The hot tub.
Yeah, there it is.
Inserts, or the hot tub barge is what it's called. That would be awesome for the lake too. I think.
It's awesome.
That, and then you also have the couch insert, which is for those watching on your TV for the floor first. We should get some of these made up and sell them on our website.
I need some custom water wings.
Yeah. Sweet.
But yeah, no, awesome. we live by the phrase "anything is possible." So anything that we can do, we'll try to do, basically whatever.
Yeah.
Other than personal items previously enjoyed. Please send it in original sealed packaging. Kelly Lynn says vertical cuts instead of specific, so that you can insert general firearms and also be able to put more firearms in the case. Ooh, that's a tall order.
That's a good one.
We actually we do have a couple inserts that do that. Like we have a 50 cal ammo box insert that's essentially made to fit any full size like double stack handgun with, I think it's 4 mags and 2 ammo boxes.
Yeah.
So there's stuff like that too that you can do more general shapes.
Yeah, so it's definitely possible. I'm working on a Pelican 1550, for example, that hold like 6 full-size guns with mags and ammo and everything. There's the full-on custom, and then there's also a little more generic, but that insert that'll last and not be speed bagged in the air.
Before we get on here's that 50 cal.
Yeah,
ammo.
there you go.
That would be nice to have, especially if you're running for IPSC, if you're running an open gun and you don't want to carry it around in its own sleeve and its own case, that would be perfect. And then, slide your pistol on one side and have those custom mag inserts. That would be one-stop shop. That's cool.
Yeah.
And an insert like that for any 50 cal ammo can for $75, you're going to get value out of that every day of the week.
No doubt. That's good.
Plus theft and shipping, but anyway. and then here's that double shotgun case. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So
those are just more. Yeah, those are just more generic pockets. They should work for most shotguns, right, Phil?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a more generic shape, but it does the trick. And like any, I made it for any pump action and a couple break opens. But a few of the semis fit too. It's just it's usually one of those things where you just reach out and we'll let you know. We'll do our research on it and let you know if it fits.
Very nice. Luke has a very concerning question for a friend of his. How much for an insert in a plastic pipe 10-inch diameter, 4 feet long, waterproof and mold resistant?
I think that's for his more.
Maybe that's for his fishing gear. Yeah, does some ice fishing in that. So
Yeah. Fishing in a barrel more than likely.
Spudman, that aluminum ammo box insert. Excuse me, under your showcase tab on your website looks amazing. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, for sure. So that was it was a little bit of an interesting project. It's actually for a local guy here in Regina, Devin Clausen. He kind of came up with this idea and brought it to us. And lucky for him, we do have a full production laser cutter in the shop as well. So we have about 15,000 square feet of manufacturing space. Nice. So we were able to cut an aluminum bezel. So we cut the foam insert for, I want to say it was for 7 mil rem, and I can't remember what the other ones. I think it was a 308 actually, hand load 308. And then we cut this aluminum bezel with slightly offset upper holes. It just allows for that extra customization, and we were able to laser etch on the aluminum really well. Oh,
there it is. That's cool. Here, I'll save. Here, I'm just gonna save it and then I gotta upload it. But so you did that in house?
Jeez, what happened?
Yeah, so everything there is done in house.
That's impressive. Here, aluminum. There we go. Aluminum. I'm trying to go so fast. I'm not like Jamie on the Joe Rogan podcast, right? Just there, like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That is sexy as shit.
That just kind of, it speaks to customer request. We'll do what we can to fulfill it, and man, it looks good.
Huh?
That does look good. That's I'm way too utilitarian for something like that. That looks way too organized.
Well, that would be something for your 33XC, Kurt.
Here, this is the extent of the protection I go to with my my case. I don't even know where the hell I got that foam.
Yeah.
But like,
I think I got it out of the neighbor's dump.
Yeah. But you guys don't just do hard cases too. Like this is a soft pouch or backpack.
Yeah.
It looks like.
So that one, it's actually to mount on the back of a player's snowmobile, and Buddy was using that for like his K-drill attachment for an ice auger. So he wanted to be able to take this whole setup out with him.
SMRT. That's a hell of a good idea.
Yeah, they work pretty good.
Scott Chitchell says, "I'm sold. I'll be in touch." Scott,
There you
make
go.
sure you use First Focal Plane podcast.
There you go.
But here's that
There's
guitar
that guitar.
case.
Yeah, there's a guitar case.
Yeah, that's kind of skirting the. They'll take that off the the record.
Yeah. So we did it, and then
That was an
it's-
international order.
Yeah, for sure. Right, RCMP guy listening to the show because they do listen.
Yeah, they do listen, but luckily we're in their corner. We've built a really good reputation with those guys. So,
Well, that's another question. Do you guys have any law enforcement or military aspirations or contracts right now?
yeah, so like not huge contracts by any means, but we do work really closely with Regina Police and actually the ERT team here in Regina and Saskatchewan. So we provide them with there was a few different, like a couple of their snipers wanted custom inserts, and then there was actually I think every member of their team got outfitted with custom foam in their Pelican cases.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
We'll
then
have to talk off air about that.
yeah, and then we do some drone work as well. So it's a little off topic of guns, but drones are just such a huge market as well. And for Regina Police, they'll often clear a room or clear a building or commercial site with a drone, kind of keep their officers, a little more protected, and send in a drone overhead. And so they wanted a quick grab and go kit that had, everything they needed, so that when they got to site, they didn't go, "Oh shit, the batteries are back home."
Yeah.
So that was huge for them. So there's been a few of those contracts that have been really good to have.
Nice. Well, like this, I wish this was around. My father retired from the RCMP Emergency Response Team Explosive Disposal Unit in 2008. So drones to him was the big wheeled robot, and he carried around a whole truck worth of Pelican cases full of just support components for the robot. And
I bet.
I can imagine now with the proliferation of drones, especially being in Regina, you're kind of centered in an ag community where drones are quickly becoming the biggest scouting tool for farmers. Guys like even my company that I work for, we have half a dozen of them that have the standard ones that it was shipped in, but they're absolute dog shit. We have to be careful with it and all that stuff. And, that would be a huge growth opportunity for you guys as drones for sure.
We've done a few for like a couple clients and just even buddies of ours that are farmers around here. They've recently invested in drones, and it's an expensive piece of equipment that you wanna keep safe.
Well, yeah. It's like, what are they, Phantom 5s or Phantom 3s? What do they run? Like $1,700 a piece, and then extra batteries. It's a lot. But anyway, Kelly, so I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but Kelly is the national director for Project Maple Seed, and which is a fundamentals training program for rifle fundamentals in Canada, and they're nationwide, based on Project Appleseed out of the United States. But they're growing so rapidly, and they have a lot of loaner guns and a lot of contest guns and stuff. And I feel that she's going to be reaching out to you, and make sure, Kelly, make sure you notate this, because the First Focal Plane podcast bringing people together since 2018. But she says, if we have cases and need a custom, unique design, but are across the country, what is the process?
It's going to be easy. Yeah. Where you want to go?
Yeah, I was going to say you can start by shooting us an email and let us know kind of what cases you have or what kind of weapons you'd like to put inside the cases, and then we can go from there. Some of them we might already have on hand. If we don't, then we kind of go along with the picture and measurement process. And just it helps if you're there to walk along through it with us and cooperate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Submit.
We're now hours for 2 hours.
That'd be funny.
Well,
So where do they get a hold of you then?
You can shoot us an email at info@guarddoginserts.com. and that should direct to any four of us, and we'll help you out from there.
There you go. There you go, Luke. Your idea. I don't know whether it's legitimate or not. I can never tell whether you're joking or serious. So.
Well, and you guys don't just do cases or soft cases. Like, here, let me go back to brand. Oh, I gotta upload it first. Shit, I'm behind the 8-ball. You guys did. I think this is it. But like, for those of you who have those old SKS ammo cans, you can do foam for those, like wooden crates and stuff. And
wow, yeah, man, you're digging deep here. That's a whole project.
That's actually that's actually a welding robot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That insert was pretty fun to do. That actually might have been the weirdest one.
Yeah, that might top just in terms of just strange. So they rent out that robotic welding arm to anybody and everybody, but they were there was a lot of components missing, or they kind of had to chase people down for bits. So just having a spot for everything just helps them out so much.
Here's your 5S program there.
Wow, that one there also it also came with like a styrofoam, because it's got this weird robot arm with a big knuckle in it, and it's really awkward.
So is this
the foam that held it together, and pretty much
speaking of robots,
every time they took it out, it
there he is.
He's back.
You're back.
You're really garbled up there.
That's okay.
Talking about knuckles, and then you left us.
Oh, Jameson whiskey foam insert. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, we got to get that done up for a proper 12.
Yeah.
For a proper 1240 or something, or 26. That would be. Well, here, I'm gonna get it anyway. Right on.
Anyway.
The alcoholic that has everything.
That's right.
I just had a guy the other day ask me to if I could design an insert for his whole liquor cabinet. So
really?
Be fun.
Hey, I've got an idea.
I like ideas.
How about stuff like this? You've seen those cartridge boards? That would be a challenge.
That would be.
You'd have to send. I'm gonna have to think about this.
Well, write it down. info@guarddog-inserts.com.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, there you go. Send us an email.
Yeah, because I got a bunch sitting on the back rail of my loading bench that are just sitting there.
Yeah,
all willy-nilly running,
looking for a home.
That's right. Yeah.
Have a drink on me. That would make a stellar Christmas gift. Here, I'm just uploading it now.
Yeah.
But like, throw a couple Extreme Range Outfitters. I don't have it on me, but a couple tumblers and a bottle. Like, look at that.
Yeah,
that is sweet. That would be sweet for going up north hunting,
ice fishing, and that. Yeah.
Yeah, packing it up and maybe a little on the heavy side, but at least you're going to get there and your whiskey bottle will be okay.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That actually all stemmed from me doing a case for my mom to be able to take her wine down to the beach with her.
I was going to say, was that a bad day at Craven or something? Or
no.
It's pretty important stuff for mom.
Oh yeah.
Jeff asks, "How are you for toolbox organization?" I imagine
how they cut their teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
No pun intended. So you guys are buying the OEM inserts from a third party, and then you get them shipped to you, and then you custom cut them from there, right? Or are you making your own foam, but you're buying the blanks separately and then doing them, or?
No, we buy the foam, but it comes in big like sheet material. We cut it into basically whatever size you need. So for like toolbox inserts and stuff like that, we can do, I don't know, anything up to like a 5 foot by 10 foot drawer if you really needed it. But typically what we do with like bigger drawers and stuff like that is we'll cut it down into sections so that if you do replace tools, you can replace one section of it opposed to the entire drawer.
Yeah. Jimmer says, I love toolbox inserts so my sockets aren't continually all over the goddamn place.
Well, you might as well not even make a hole for the 10 mil socket because you never fucking have it anyway.
We'll make a little compartment with a lid on it for that one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And a little padlock. You'll need your own 935 in a nutcase just for that one 10 mil socket.
Double case that one.
Oh, sweet. Well, do you guys have anything else you want to add here? Or? You said there's 4 of you, so you guys were all engineering buddies in school?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's kind of where it stems from, and just kind of having that same mindset. And we do all have our own passions. Like for me, my big passions are kind of guns and outdoors and that avenue. Like Bray said, he's got sleds and trucks, and so just with all of that and bring it all together, you have enough avenues to go down for foam.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, yeah, check them out, guys. guarddoginserts.com. We don't have a code or anything, but check them out.
We'll be making one.
Nice. Nice.
Promo code Rooster's Beard.
Yeah, Rooster's Beard will get you 25%.
Might get you more than that.
Oh, you're okay. So I just clicked on your custom portion of it, and it's literally AutoCAD on the internet.
Yeah,
it seems like that is cool.
So that's our app that's kind of in developing stages. So it is live. However, it's not 100% yet, I would say.
Well, no, but still, it's like here. I'll share the screen here. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but like you can draw a quick little. Well, maybe not. You got to go new. But you got your X and Y axis. You got your mouse down. I'm gonna play around with this. This is cool.
Do you guys have tutorials?
Yeah, we do. We're in the process.
Oh, sweet. Oh, cool. Well, there you go, guys. Well, right on. Well, thanks for joining us. I think we've sold some local services here, and not just local, but worldwide too, because our reach is around the world. So that's awesome.
In the deepest, darkest places. Yeah. The deepest, darkest places with internet connections.
Well, some of them. Yeah, I think we had a couple listens from Azerbaijan last week. So
no kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, that's unreal. Anyway. Well, sweet. Well, thanks, guys. So, yeah, if you want to check them out, guarddoginserts.com, info@guarddoginserts, and tell them we sent you, and they might cut you a deal. They might not. We'll see. But
we will. We'll be good to you.
That's right. That's right. Well, sweet. Well, if you guys want to check out the show, you can visit us at facebook.com, FFPP podcast. We haven't asked this from you guys a lot here lately, but leave a review for us, guys. Whatever medium you're listening to, leave a review for us. Facebook, Google, Spotify, wherever. It really helps the show get the reach out there, and it helps us get high-end guests like the Guard Dog Boys. So, you can also, well, we don't have that, but we're working on getting our email still since we made our new spiffy website, thanks to Duncan and the crew at Boomstick Media. So we don't have a contact point for the email, but if you reach out to us on Facebook, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And our new website is ffpp.ca, foxtrot pp.ca, pp. Yeah. Sweet. Do you guys have any shout outs this week? Let's start with Bray.
I don't have any shout outs off the top of my head. Sorry. I was unprepared.
Yeah, I know. We should have said that before the show.
Look, I'm unprepared every show, and I've been doing this for over a year. So
there you go.
Bill, what do you got?
Well, what do we got? Shout out. Well, I'd like to give a shout out to my dad. He's been a great guy, and he got me into actually the world of like shooting and hunting, and something that I'm never going to forget or let go of. And it's a great community. I've met a lot of people in that, and I meet new people every day just because of the shooting community. And it's been really good.
Nice.
Well, goddamn, that's so sweet. I can't follow that up at all. Shout out to Conor McGregor.
There you go.
Thanks for making a great whiskey.
I want to give a quick shout out. So I was looking. I'm gonna show this on air, and I hopefully he doesn't get in shit. But Sean Redman at Sapril in Medicine Hat made up this ammo wallet, Badlands Precision. So it opens up and folds out, and you got all your ammo protection that way. And then it just protects the bullets, and it's 120 rounds. It's pretty cool. So shout out to him. I don't think he's making them. This was just one that was sitting there, but yeah, he gave me a smoking deal on it. So shout out to Sean. And I also want to give a shout out to Doug Wright at March Scopes.
Yes.
You know, Dougie, you know, he's got a lot going on, and he's very lucky he has his wife Nisa there to help him, you know, through all this madness. And, you know, I just wanted to give a big shout out to that guy because we got some stuff in the works with him. And, yeah, stay tuned for that. So
March Scopes Canada.
Yep. March Scopes
Check him
Canada.
out.
We had a good phone conversation with him on, or I did on Sunday. And he was saying how, like, a lot of people, when they're getting into PRS or ELR, they're looking at the Night Forces and the Schmitz and the high end stuff that, you know, everyone on YouTube showing and stuff. But a lot of competitors don't know that you can get March Scopes in Canada.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a reason they're the world leader in optics. You know, they're dominating F-class worldwide, you know. Yeah. So
yeah, the King of 2 Miles. I think the King of 2 Miles France last year, the year before, or maybe both. The top shooters there were all using March Scopes.
Yep, 2018 and 19. So
okay,
anyway.
There you go. Yeah.
Cool. I also want to give a quick shout out to the CCFR and their legal challenge against the OIC, trying to stay that. They're working hard on that. They're having a cross-examination, or they're going after Wendy Sukier from the Coalition for Gun Control this week, and I'm curious to see how that's going to come out because, yeah, I don't know if you guys are following it, but Runkle of the Bailey and Tracy Wilson on Twitter, they live stream that stuff or live tweet that stuff. So keep that in mind if you want to up to date on that. So yeah,
definitely something to follow along with.
Cool.
I can't wait to see Wendy roast. What a human being that one.
Yeah, she is.
Barely.
She's a human. Yes, so we'll leave it at that. So. Big apologies again to Wes Stevens. We ran out of time for you again this week. You know, we had some other local boys that wanted to come on, so we had to push you again, buddy. Sorry about that. And big shout out to the John Johnston and his band, the Dirt Road Scholars, for the insanely kick-ass proprietary music. And yeah, see you guys next week.
Let's play it.
Outro here, incoming.